Malayalam cinema has been at the forefront of content-driven storytelling. Honestly, with all the hype and talk surrounding the casting of the film, but hype, like we all know, has the tendency to be this double-edged sword. Patriot is what I call the Bourne Identity meets The Fugitive. Mahesh Narayanan is a superb technician. There are so many scenes which I'm sure are going to be talked about, but it is never super stylized to show Mammootty as this. But my favorite scene is the one. Yes, there could be complaints that Fahadh Faasil was, wasted, and I feel that those are valid criticism. Hi guys, what is up? You guys hear me okay? In the last video I got this feedback that the audio wasn't that great. I hope that's sorted this time. Well, let's talk about the Patriot.
Sir, ನೀವು ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಲೀಸಾ?
Patriot. It's absolutely no secret that Malayalam cinema has been at the forefront of content-driven storytelling, or as they say, class cinema, for quite some time now. While the rest of India has woken up to this fact only during the COVID years. Now, this reputation that the Malayalam cinema has gathered over so many years across India is due to the sheer quality of their filmmaking. From high-concept films to social dramas, from realistic comedy to superhero fantasy, from police procedurals to dark dystopia, it's excelled in all these genres. So when it was announced that the two superstars of Malayalam cinema, Mohanlal and Mammootty, would come together for a film after about 18 odd years, along with the likes of Fahadh Faasil, Revati, Kunchacko Boban, Nayanthara and Darshana Rajendran, that too with a film directed by Mahesh Narayanan, it obviously got hype. But hype, like we all know, has the tendency to be this double-edged sword. So is Patriot worth the hype? Does it do justice to the whole Mohanlal Mammootty coming together? Let's find out. Patriot is what I call the Bourne Identity meets The Fugitive. It is a story of a whistleblower who is on the run. Mammootty plays Dr. Daniel James, a scientific analyst turned advisor who used to work for the government before in the DRW, which is the Defense Research Wing. Things unfold in a manner that he decides to expose the government's secret surveillance program called Pegasus, Periscope, and he's now in the run. Will he get caught? Who will help him? How will this all end? Answers to these questions and more form the rest of the film. Now first, let's talk about Mahesh Narayanan. Mahesh Narayanan is a superb technician. You may fault his films for the story, the indulgence, but never for the craft. Be it the tight screenplay and edit of Takeoff, or the criminally underrated sound design of Malayan Gunyu, or Malik, which was this complete package, or my favorite, See You Soon, where he masterfully crafts the entire story on just screen. Honestly, with all the hype and talk surrounding the casting of the film, the fact that Mahesh was on the helm of affairs gave me this sense of surety that no matter what, it'll be a well-made film. And boy did he deliver. What Mahesh has done with Patriot is brilliant. The premise of a government surveilling its own citizens is as relevant as it can get. Once he sets up this premise, he puts a character like Daniel, who's like this divorced, disinterested, alcoholic, has been right in the middle of this conspiracy against the mighty government. At first, it feels like Daniel is in a direct disadvantage. Then, as the movie slowly peels the layer of his character, his past, his friends, his enemies, it becomes more and more clear who the inevitable winner would be. But it is this journey in which Mahesh also raises the stakes. He talks about the social commentary, but all of it as subtext. It's a dense film. While Mahesh peppers it with complexity and detailing, he also adds scale and grandiose and that mass energy that gives this film like a global feel which a story like this deserves. This is a master craftsman in full flow. There are so many scenes and clips from the film which I'm sure are going to be talked about a lot in the future, people dissecting it, analyzing it, or even making memes about it. Take the fighter jet scene, for example. The editing is frenetic. It builds tension and a lot of it, but it is never super stylized to show Mammootty as this macho hero who's absolutely in control. The idea there is clearly to establish the traumatic first encounter of the key characters in this film, an aspect which he will echo later on during the climax of the film. The other scene is this pre-interval scene where Mahesh builds up this tension of where Daniel is, and he chooses to intercut that with this massy action scene with the first of the film with Mammootty. But my favorite scene is the one with Mohanlal and Indran's in the hospital, like the whole build up to it and the final execution, is brilliant. All these scenes absolutely hit home and are placed in regular intervals across the screenplay. Yes, there could be complaints that Fahadh Faasil was, wasted, or that Mammootty's or Mohanlal's superstardom is not really used, or people like, Nayantara and Boban Kunchacko are doing really nothing here. And I feel that those are valid criticism if you are a fan of these particular individuals. But if you're a film fan, if you love movies, then it doesn't matter, right? What matters is, does the film hold up? And this film does hold up. The fact that you have characters portrayed by, your favorite star like Fahadh Faasil or Mammootty or Mohanlal is just that additional tadka. Because the purpose of the film is to tell an interesting story in the most compelling way. And as long as it does that, somebody like me would never complain. In fact, there are talks that Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan and Salman Khan are thinking of doing a movie together. My suggestion to them would be, get Mahesh Narayanan on board. That guy knows what he's doing. So on the Binge Meter, this one's right up there. It's a brilliantly made film, does not pander to the stardom, focuses on the story. The only criticism I had was that towards the end it stretches a little bit, and I think Fahad's character needed a little bit more screen time. But other than that, it's a fantastic film that delivers what it promises. Catch this in theaters. You won't be disappointed.